Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of the MI podcast. So, in the MI podcast, as you have seen, my basic thing is around marketing. We're talking about different types of marketing, different techniques, different industries. Going forward, I'm looking at getting deeper into general topics also because I feel the guests that come on my show, they have also some stories to tell. They have some great experiences. So, beyond a marketing professional also, there are quite few things within their life that we all can learn from. So topic for today is event design basically, and this is specific to community marketing. So what I've noticed, like being a part of marketing, generally in B2B marketing, most of our marketing is getting into building a community. Why we say that is because content, basically the basis of content is to grow a particular community. Content, when we say three things, that it should educate, inform or entertain, is basically to grow that particular community. So going forward, like when we see our marketing activities also, we like have a complete our Google sheet we put in. We must be noticing that the percentage of time and energy and resources is going into managing these events. So conceptualizing an event, promoting it, executing it, and then the post-event, whatever your strategy, is a very important part of marketing. So to discuss the same, I have a very special guest with me. So hi Ritika, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So to the audience, a little bit about yourself, your background, and then we can take the conversation further.
Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Ritika. I am an assistant manager at Radio City, taking care of Bombay, Gujarat, and Rajasthan. Previously, I worked with UFO Movies India Limited as a marketing executive, taking care of the CSR activities, social media, and all the B2B alliances and event management that takes place there. I have graduated from Mitibai College, and I am currently pursuing MBA, Executive MBA from Velinkers. Yeah, that's all about me.
That's right. Your current profile, you can tell a little bit, because it's generally when you are a part of a really big establishment, thoda specialized hota hai. So generally those profiles people don't come across it.
Correct.
So what, like specifically in your day-to-day work, if you could shed light on that?
Okay, so see, what I understand, since the topic is community building for us, I think that all of my clients are a community to me. Why? Because I am making a home for myself, be it you, I, or anyone else. That's a home for me. Client solution is like a second home for me, because I am coming across n number of people, n number of ideas being thrown at me, n number of solutions that I'm giving to them. So for me, even designing a campaign is an event. It's an online event at large. So I think event community is important for a local human being to a top-notch, high-class people, wherein money is thrown in CRs and in millions. Yeah.
Something like specific, if you can shed light on that, we'll get a more understanding of your profile in terms of this is like a general, say, a campaign you worked on, an event. So a little bit more understanding.
Okay, so I cannot name the company here.
Sure.
But what happens is, for example, if I've got a brief to conduct a webinar, okay, webinar is calling X number of students to a place. Now it can be an offline on-ground event, or it can be an online webinar, Zoom call, or a life-size meeting. Okay, so I had a target of achieving 1000 registrations for that X number of school. Okay, now what happens is, you understand the ANA. ANA is the brief that comes to me. Okay, what is the website like? What are the social media pages? What is the objective of this webinar? Why do they want leads? Because it's
ANA,
obviously,
if you could say what is
ANA is a brief that comes to me. Okay, it covers from the social media handles of the client to what are the objectives for them. उनके अलावा उनका budget क्या है? What is the budget in hand? So everything, just like human body, we have eyes, ears, nose. We have to explain people what are their functions. In the same way, for a client solution team, ANA is important to help us understand the brief of the client in general. Okay. So that campaign was they want to conduct a webinar over Zoom, okay, and they want 10,000 plus 1,000 plus registrations in that, okay. अब होता ये है कि लीड्स लाना बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है. एक लीड का पैसा इज लिटरली आई थिंक 40-45 on a very average like Instagram.
Depending
Facebook.
on the industry.
Correct. No. It is depending upon the platform. So LinkedIn will charge you around 5,000 per lead.
Just a lead.
Just a lead. Okay.
Yeah.
So cracking this number was a very big thing for me. Now here I had to literally understand what's the target market. So for example, Maharashtra or rest of Maharashtra. Now in rest of Maharashtra also do they want Sangli, Kolhapur, Satara? Okay. And then I had to accordingly align all my ads. I had to bring all kinds of people under one roof, be it parents from age 30 to 50 from Bombay, or be it parents from age 25 to 40, because people get married early and I had to target that audience also. Okay. Then I had students whom I had to tackle from, because the grade was 6 to 12. Students from 6 to 12 had to be bought upon for the registrations and the leads. Okay. So now calling everyone under one roof, giving them guidance, what helped me here was completely Google ads and Instagram ads. Okay, so when you design certain campaign, Nikhil, you have to make sure your CTA is at place. Now here the CTA for me was click to register or scan the QR code. Now these QR codes, they went on my website, they went on my social media handles, they went on my WhatsApp marketing, which is called broadly known as broadcast marketing, where you put all kinds of people under one roof. So that's how I am building a community. Okay, now once that webinar comes to life, okay, so there I have 250-300 people coming at one place all together, asking their doubts, their questions, because it was all about a child's education, right? For them, parents are important because कोई भी बच्चे को सिखाने के लिए उनका गाइडेंस उनके पेरेंट्स को देना बहुत ज़रूरी है, because child is a very a very small human being to decide. And the webinar had to keep a hold on the Bombay and rest of Maharashtra. Now the mentality of Bombay parents are different, mentality of rest of Maharashtra parents are different. So designing their PPT, understanding their backgrounds, understanding what they want from us was a challenge for me. Okay, but then solely what happened is, once you study your ads, once you understand ki, okay, your CTA is this, your CTC is this, okay, you are getting X number of clicks on your website banner, the bounce off rate should not be high. If the bounce off rate is going high, then it is a problem for me.
That's right.
Okay, so yeah, so that's how I achieved the target got overachieved. Okay, and yeah,
so a lot of technical things, like generally on the outside it looks just managing events, coordination, but now because of digitally these things become very technical.
So पहले के ज़माने में क्या होता था ना कि हम समझ नहीं पाते थे कि, because we had no tools, right? Now we have tools, we can literally target people who like Starbucks, who go to Geo Drive to watch a movie, who only drives Maruti Suzuki. Okay, so you can target people on these
very specific interests.
Correct.
With Insta,
and
Meta basically.
Correct. And now geotagging being in place. Okay, so Facebook pay you can geotag people. You can put a post and you can geotag people. So for example, Nikhil wants to only contact people of Pune who are interested to throw a podcast or to be a part of the podcast. So then what I do is I simply design an image, I put it on Facebook saying ki Facebook please geotag this to Pune, or please geotag this to Pune plus areas around Pune. So that have made
specific, like I've seen like you can have like a 3 kilometer radius, 5 kilometer around it, and specific. So I think to get really granular, you have to identify certain, if there is a event which is a little bit more premium, you look at a premium locality within that. You can't just have a suburb, pure suburb ko bhi you don't need to target.
Correct. So just like we have Bombay, we have South Bombay, which people call it as a premium part of the city, whereas correct.
Right. So from South Bombay is considered from Nariman to.
So I think for me South Bombay is honestly from Bandra to Churchgate.
Okay,
Okay,
fine.
and then ahead of Churchgate, like
Yeah.
Lal Bagh and all of those
Yeah.
places, Dadar and all of those places. Of course, ahead of
Technically, but I think both central B you're counting.
yeah,
As,
some part of the central
that's it.
areas. Yes, yes.
That's it. Okay, great. So basically, let's talk about the specific promotion tactics that you use. So
Okay.
when an event comes to you,
Okay.
technically, like how do you make your strategy? What do you put down in your sheet, like
Okay.
activities, sub activities?
Okay.
How would you generally like design the whole
Okay,
thing?
so that's called as a Gantt chart. Okay, now in that Gantt chart, I have 4 columns. Okay, your first column is what handles do you want to promote them.
Yeah.
Okay, the number 2 column is for how many weeks do you want to promote them. Okay, number 4 column is how does your design or the brief will look like. Now for example, if I have a graphic designer or a video editor in place, now my event is going live tomorrow. I have 10 places where my banners, my images, my flyers, my microsite, everything will go live at once. So I have to have 1 week advance, everything has to be set. Okay, now so we have the platform, we have all the communication that has to flow, we have all the weeks that in particular यही दिन पे यही time पे, because people ऐसा बोला जाता है कि Instagram is a place which is friendly for everyone. There are pages wherein people scroll only at night, people are interested at this content only at this particular time.
That's it.
Right, so my Gantt chart will have the objective, my Gantt chart will have what place or what platform, my Gantt chart will have how many weeks of promotion will that a particular activity take place. My Gantt chart will describe how will the creative and the video look like. Okay, these 4 things are very important for me to understand before starting any community event, any marketing of any campaign.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're like in your current company, you have given it out, an agency is actually doing the Instagram ads, or your company as in its own in-house is doing it?
So we have our in-house also. We have an agency in place who's working with with us for years. Okay, we've been together for almost I think 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
But we have our own Instagram and Facebook ads, wherein we try not to leverage an agency, because if we are the master in digital advertisement and we are growing more digitally, why would we end up giving
like
it
someone else you
correct,
are giving?
correct.
Because generally I've seen it's a common practice among big companies that they give out the whole performance marketing to an agency to handle.
See, it's not bad to give out to an agency, but what I believe is that if you have someone in your own house who's doing it, why would you go to someone else?
That's right.
Yeah.
And like companies, you have the resources to hire
Correct.
the better talent in Insta ads and all, then you will
Correct.
look at that. So,
Yeah.
and I think it's becoming like a core of what you do. Like 20 years back when you had an ad agency, it would be like very less work, like outsourced.
Correct.
But now it's so much of your core, like an event, you're promoting your Insta ads, se leke your own channel,
Correct.
and there are so many things,
Correct.
your own campaigns within that, everything is going
Correct.
on
Correct.
Insta ads or a Google ad or
Correct.
something.
And I think with performance marketing that has taken place right now, so to tell everyone, performance marketing is basically you boosting your posts. Okay, so for example, if you have posted something and I give that post a boost of 5,000, okay, so you will get a reach of minimum 60 to 70,000. So that coming in place is reaching to a more larger audience. So performance marketing is again very important for everything that you put out.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I think now, like what I've noticed, even the bigger companies, you will have like a channel marketer managers where they look at different channels. Like it could be, say, if you are a FMCG brand, so you're looking at e-commerce channels and
Correct.
different kind of platforms, aggregators.
करेक्ट सो
वो भी उसमें आ जाता है।
या तो मेरे ख्याल से ये ऐसा होता है कि अगर आप कोई पेट कैफे खोल रहे हो, ठीक है, तो आप एक तो ब्रॉडकास्ट होता है जो आप व्हाट्सएप पे बनाते हो। व्हाट्सएप पे भी आजकल कम्युनिटी बनने लग गई है, राइट, जहाँ पे आपके जो पेट कैफेज है, यू विजिट मेनी कैफेज, ओके, नाउ दोस कैफेज आर आल्सो कन्वर्टिंग इनटू पेट कैफेज बिकॉज पीपल have started loving animals and they started understanding the importance of them. Nature has come up as a very big alarm for
People
us
are going back, like, I think after the pandemic or during, like, people kind of realize that, somewhere you're just running along in a rat race and mindlessly. So mindfulness is now, being embraced, wherein we are looking at, like, there has to be, because it was an event, like, people didn't know tomorrow, what will happen.
Correct.
So it's like, you're in that rat race, you're chasing money, so you're doing a lot of things, it just happens. If you're looking at, like, an holistic development, and that I would say for any, listener, look at that aspect of it, because growing yourself in various aspects, end of the day, like, especially in the media
Correct.
space and marketing is required, because you then have a deeper
Correct.
connections. You have to know yourself first, then you
Yeah,
can
and
kind of
I think COVID has taught us now many things, Nikhil.
Yeah.
So from board games to going out to people, meeting them, greeting them, Zoom calls have become so frequent now. Okay, अभी भी आजकल ऐसा हो गया है कि घर में कुछ होता है तो parents come together on a Zoom call. If for example I had an incident in my family wherein it was someone's anniversary. Parents couldn't go. They simply attended a Zoom call. Because you don't feel left out. That FOMO is not there. And
elders, I think technology, like, improving the skills on that after the pandemic, that or
Yeah.
during it increased, because
Yeah.
you was stuck with where they had to have virtual communication,
Correct.
because then there would have been no
Correct.
communication if you don't.
Yeah.
So that was one thing where I also noticed, and like a business aspect of this was that I have interacted with a lot of agency big guys also, and who started their own businesses, that you started getting leads from really small businesses, or somebody was opposed that. Yeah.
So I'll tell you what. Now, event design and community marketing is not only at a very large scale, it is also starting at a very small scale. Now, to understand this, COVID में लोगों ने 3-4 लोगों ने मिलके अपना बिजनेस शुरू कर लिया. अब वो 3-4 लोग कैसे कांटेक्ट में है, क्योंकि वो एक सोसाइटी में रहते थे, पहले वो एक दूसरे से बात भी नहीं करते थे, बट अब कोविड ने उनको एक साथ ला दिया. तो नाउ दीज पीपल हैव स्टार्टेड. ओके, वेरी गुड एग्जांपल ऑफ ऑल दीज थिंग्स इज इंस्टाग्राम. कोविड में इंस्टाग्राम पीपल हैव स्टार्टेड स्मॉल बिजनेस सो मच that they have literally, they're booming in numbers right now. They have got verified pages. They are literally, their numbers are running in.
But this is like
lakhs.
specific, some businesses के examples you can give where it's like on the upswing that happened.
Oh, okay.
Which you've seen around you, so you'll know कि ठीक है, मैंने खुद ही ऐड किया है, मैंने वो सर्विस यूज की है.
Okay, so Needle Dust is a page on Instagram.
That's
okay, then there are many actually. Okay, so I think more or less FMCG has come up. More or less cosmetic brand, your beauty.
D2C brands, lot of came up, which
and
earlier it was very difficult to reach the end consumer, because you have to add a major offline channel. Now with online, just with the Insta advertising, I can start a small, like, innovative mobile case I have.
Correct.
I can think of a business within
Correct.
that and just.
But not only B2C here, even B2B has grown. I'll tell you how. Now lockdown mein people started their own business. They wanted website in place. They wanted mobile applications in place. So because of that, small marketing budding agencies have come up. Okay, I have two and three friends of mine from Mitibai itself who have started their own agency, and they are doing really well. I have a friend who has again started a community of, what he did, his name is Shreyansh. So what he did was, he got all the artists, all the people who are into painting, coloring, picturing, photography.
Okay.
He bought everyone under one roof just via Instagram. Okay, and then what happened was that helped him in his long way in life, because he made contacts. Again, networking is very important.
Community of artists, I think this would come like painters and all. I think visual, some artists, some categories.
Photographers,
that would come in under that, and like a community for them. So like an Insta page where you are showcasing their work or
Correct.
interesting work in general.
Correct.
In the space.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So Ritika, one important thing within is, like, when you organize the events is how you have to kind of cross sell within the event, where you are looking at, like, say, references.
Okay.
So what is your generally a strategy for that, or what would you suggest, like, so that you suppose you've got like 10 registrations with references, you're giving them some discounts or something, so it can become 30.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
So we had student webinar the next day. Now to excite students, I had to either give them Amazon vouchers. I had to either tell them, okay, hi, little buddies, if you click or if you scan the QR code, Amazon vouchers or Kidzania vouchers or any of the
Or next
amusement
purchase
park.
space or some discounts.
So this is what we do generally,
That's it.
And for parents, we say कि आपको मिंत्रा का मिलेगा आपको. So if I'm targeting only women, okay, so cosmetics and clothing and all of that. So referral codes have become important, vouchers have become important, okay. Then at the end of the session, we tell them that if you give us this testimonial, because again, for a business to outshine in the market, there has to be a testimonial, right? People have to know, or you have to know कि feedback तुम्हारा क्या है. So we used to tell them that if you record a feedback and send it to us, get a chance to meet your favorite celebrity, or be on a part of
event.
Correct.
हमारा next event में जो influencer भी आ रहा है वो भी.
Correct. So now Pratik Kumar concert is coming up. So what Pratik Kumar has done is he's telling people to, just stand with a paper in front of the camera and click a photo and send it to him. So what I can think of, what he's doing right now, what I can think is that on the day of the concert, maybe a large screen will have all those people flashing, right? So this is how people have started doing it. Okay,
exactly.
And I see everyone also accepting it happily, because see, in the end, community is getting people come together. So you are building content, you are how you are growing that content, and how that content is helping us or helping you to leverage that trust. Trust is very important. Content तो build कर लिया आपने community भी बना ली. But अगर वो community में trust नहीं है ना, तो know that community is a failure.
That's it. Ritika, in terms of like once you having the event, you have एक बार वो चल रहा है आप, what do you have tactics for increasing engagement? So people have come, they have attended, वो आपका हो गया, whatever आजकल you have scan in or you know who is coming in all. What then within the event do you do? Okay. With an example, if you can take that you can increase the engagement or participation of people within the event.
You mean the online or the offline?
Offline. We can talk offline. Yeah.
Offline. So offline में ना photo booths have become very generic. We have live music which has come up.
That's right.
Okay. We have
photo booth is where you go, you click and the tag and
correct.
And very beautiful background is given.
Correct. That's a photo booth.
Yeah.
Again, then you have live music which has come up, wherein you call all the artists. Okay. Now, if your budget is very small, okay, we understand, but even a small artist holds too much importance, because he's working hard, he's making his own song, he's recording it. So that's also
now even identification of an upcoming guy is easier with social media. Plus you have an agency, an influencer, agency will sell this is a nano influencer who is like into music. And
absolutely. So live music, photo booths have come up. Then you have nowadays there's something called as holding a nail paint session for ladies, wherein you tell them come and design your own nail paints or come and design your own lipsticks. Okay, so these earlier people used to make one at their home. पहले हम फूलों को क्रश करके भी हमारा खुद का लिपस्टिक्स बनाते थे जब मम्मी लोग के ज़माने में ये चीज़ें होती थी. But अभी people have become all restless. They don't want to work hard. So what we have started doing is we've started bringing these things back. Taking something from our roots, from our ancestral, and getting them back into our own modern era. So making
I've seen this like skill based. होंगे कि like you are making like a scent or something, and you have and many obviously females they participate more in that, or they were teaching something cooking interesting. वो उसकी
there's something called as cocktail making community. Okay, for men there's something called as board games community. There's something. So these small things started coming up at the event. I had gone to an event, it was a Rema event or something, wherein it was a concert. Am I like Mumbai? Yeah. So it was a festival happening at Geo Drive, wherein two artists independently performing. I'll tell you what the thing there was. So for example, just an example, Amit Trivedi is performing, Farhan Akhtar is performing. Now if Amit Trivedi is picking up, all the crowd will be pushed to Amit Trivedi. Okay, and if Farhan Akhtar is picking up, the crowd will go there. Meanwhile, if this and this is a setup for Amit Trivedi and Pratik Ward, okay, for example, here this space will have all the activities that people can perform while listening to their music. So there I had nail paint sessions, I had paintball, not paintball but just shoot, balloon वाले जो जमाने में गेम होते थे जब तुम शूट करो और तुम जितने फोड़ोगे वो अभी भी वापस से live, people are started showing interest. You just paint random, you paint something on the wooden box, and then people would love to do all of these small activities, and they are paying hefty amount here. Okay, now अगर वो चीज 200 की है and if I charge 500, people are doing it easily. Why? Because they are getting experience. So
upselling event में भी आपके revenues बढ़ रहे हैं, उसमें
double हो जा रहे हैं. मैं जो चीज 200 में बेच सकती हूँ इजीली, आज मैं 600 में बेच रही हूँ. और लोग ले रहे हैं, क्यों ले रहे हैं? क्योंकि उनको मजा आ रहा है. Experience is everything.
Pressure है, girlfriend बोल रही कि मुझे
करना है. Exactly. Making a tattoo. Shimmer tattoo, you're anywhere on your body, that is again coming up.
Yes.
Tasting of food tasting has also become an event now. Okay, just go and taste food, give feedbacks, give testimonials. That has also become a community event now.
That's right. I think I think we can kind of, if we paint a picture for this would be like, you have a major event, like let's take an example, like when you have Zomaland, you have to look at sub communities क्या है आपकी मेजर कम्युनिटी में, और वो हिसाब से इवेंट्स. फूड जो भी फूडीज हैं, they will obviously love music also, so on music of a certain kind, then वो artist आ जाएगा.
Correct. Genre depends.
That's right.
Variety depends.
Cooking जिनको करनी है वो cooking का कोई activity करना है उसमें. So identify those sub communities of your major community and look at an activity within that.
Absolutely.
Also look at where there is a bit of intermingling happening.
Correct.
Like I've seen places where, like say a poet is there, so we'll have a crowd interaction, and then someone can do an open mic also randomly.
Now since you've said poet, storytelling has become a community event, wherein if you go Bandra, Fort side, there are little just co-working spaces who are inviting all the budding poets. Okay, they call upon people to have one-on-one discussion with them. You share your own poets. Poetries, and people will share their own poetries, and that's how all the poets come together in one platform.
That's right. I mean, you have a small establishment, say you have a like a restaurant or even cafes. You have to look at these events to increase your footfalls.
Correct.
Strategically करना पड़ेगा. Now it is not like if you have to do it. Like whether you are a major chain, like I think even Starbucks, they have a centralized kind of like which they're having with the Archies now. Or you have Third Wave Coffee, which on a weekend you will have a mix.
You have Crossword, which calls people for the new book launch and all of that.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yes.
That's right. So yeah, I mean, lot to learn at in the event design also, how it can be integrated.
And I think this is a myth that if I put heavy amount in event industry, I'm a success. This is a myth because to grow big, you have to start small. That's what is the,
So Ritika, in terms of if you take an experience level, how do you measure that? How much people experience, how much people are enjoying happiness that generates from that event, or because that is the basis. Like I was talking to somebody who is in the hospitality industry, and like we had ordered, so we were in his hotel and we ordered a sada dosa. So he said that look at that sada dosa. So you go to any Udupi, you will get it at 60 rupees.
Correct.
From the street, 30 rupees. Why are you paying 500 rupees in this hotel? Is it the interiors and all?
See,
what is the experience that you have? This is our business.
So फंडा बहुत क्लियर है. ठीक है. अगर आप जोमालैंड में ना वो 500 की टिकट है, बेस प्राइस बोल रही हूँ, आप वही टिकट को 1500 में बेचेंगे ना, लोग ले लेंगे. क्यों? क्योंकि एनवायरनमेंट ऐसा है, लाइव म्यूजिक है, यू हैव एन नंबर ऑफ थिंग्स टू डू. और बहुत बेसिक सी चीज है कि अगर
हैप्पी, दैट इज आल्सो इंडिकेटर.
नंबर 2
इज स्पेंड मोर व्हेन दे आर रियली हैप्पी.
नंबर 2 इज आई एम स्टेइंग इन कांदिवली, इवेंट इज हैपनिंग इन बांद्रा. Still from Kandivali, I'll travel all the way to Bandra just to have that experience. So even if that is costing me 2,000 or 3,000, I'm okay to pay, boss, because experience ना वो मुझे बार बार नहीं मिलने वाला है, right?
That's right.
I will not be able to meet those happy faces, new people again, which is why YouTube is hosting a community which is called as YouTube community, wherein all the YouTubers are bought at one place. तो क्यों हो रहा है ये? Because you have to know your networking people also. You have to know that मेरे साथ मेरे इंडस्ट्री में ये लोग काम कर रहे हैं, and
और वो क्रिएटर्स का भी डायरेक्ट कनेक्ट विद द फैंस, बिकॉज़ जनरली वो ऑनलाइन ही सब कुछ होता है.
And I think 1 + 1 is 2, right? Likewise, 2,000 + 2,000 is 4,000. When you add or when you bring people together, you multiply. Single-handedly, you cannot multiply. You cannot do anything on your own.
That's right. The experience that you're having, that I mean, I don't think we can answer that clearly, both are, because
it is undescribable.
It's the basis of the business. Like if you ask someone like who's working event management, that is the basis, that how he increases the level of the experience.
Correct.
You know, for the people.
Correct.
Like everything comes under that. From the location to people who are performing,
correct.
to the food that is served,
now,
to the people.
I'll tell you, event is not only for the music industry. Event has come up for pharma industries also. Okay, I have a sister of mine who just started her dentistry. Okay, her own clinic somewhere in Malad. Now, since she had too many contacts in that dentistry field or in her community of that industry, pharma industry, today she has her own Instagram page wherein she started free drive for the medical or the dental checkups. Okay, now because of which she's pulling many people on her Instagram. Okay, and because of which people in that area know ki okay, Niharika is the person who has just started her own clinic and she's inviting all the people under one roof to get a free dental checkup. Now what will happen is these people will come together, they will have a word with each other. Okay, they will know.
But this is for the patient or the people
this
who
is for the patients. You are getting all the patient under one roof by saying ki boss
free dental, that is the
so
hope.
again, you know, for many people have this myth कि event तो यार सिर्फ music होता है, सिर्फ food festivals होता है,
entertainment ही होता है.
हाँ, exactly. But this no, event can be in pharma also, event can be in automobile industry also, wherein I'm calling all the car lovers, all the bike lovers together. I'm telling them ki boss, Skoda has launched, you know, this vehicle which is amazing for you to race and all of that. Come get a test drive done. So event can be anything. Event can be a house party also. And surprisingly, house party has boomed the event industry more after lockdown. We'll come upon this later. We'll have
That's right. So Ritika, on any tools you would like to suggest to the marketers when they are managing an event at little bit scale, where they'll need a separate maybe platform or software or something, and maybe something you can share that you have worked with that or something.
Tools, Nikhil, tools, online tools, we don't have any of those
Not
tools.
necessary, maybe you didn't find one.
Yeah. Because see, for me, my tools are Google Ads and Instagram, which gives me an insight of everything. Analytics is the key. I understand.
So like managing the thing, like
you're talking on ground.
Yeah, on ground also. It could be even an online event where you are having, like for example, like in Book My Show, they अभी तो पुराना हो गया where QR code का था, where you can, पहले तो it was all very manual.
Correct.
You know who is coming in. Also, जैसे हमने examples दिए of sub events happening within that. Also, you can track that people will want to, then they will scan that and then.
So I'll tell you what happens.
तो मालूम that this person came, he attended these two small.
I am booking a Kailash Kher concert event on Book My Show.
Yeah.
I am booking it for 1,000 rupees.
Yeah.
Paytm, that event is listed on Paytm also, for example, and Paytm sells it for 899. Immediately what happens is apps with the help of AI have started understanding my mind. Now BMS is giving for 1,000, Paytm is giving for 899. I immediately, when I am logged in that BMS microsite or in that BMS application, Paytm sends me a notification saying, hey, Kailash Kher is for 899, come and grab. Right? I leave the BMS page, I go on to the Paytm page. As I am on the click button to proceed to pay, scanning the QR code or the GPay account, BMS again tells me, no, this is for 799, the price has dropped. So you see here, You see the inter exchange, or you see
ये
this.
तो थोड़ा aggressive हो गया इनका.
Yeah, so you see how this works.
That's right.
So both two different companies, okay, but both the companies are trying hard to get the audience, to get more number of audience into their own spaces. BMS says 1000 से शुरू होके 899, 899 से शुरू होके 699.
That's right.
So this
So
is
like a remarketing only is
Yeah.
happening
so
where it's kind of following
correct.
you.
So tools and all, tools is basically not tools. Because I have not come across any tools as of now.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Because I think generally people are using Google Sheets and the thing only ki, these are like you have the form.
Correct.
The form you can integrate.
You
with
understand
the,
कि कितनी
even when the
registrations
QR code
आए.
is scanned,
Correct.
you get it in your Google
Yeah,
Sheet.
yeah,
The
absolutely.
basic level ka,
Absolutely.
I think without any cost can be done.
Absolutely. Or the other hand is the example I gave you. Okay, at a very small event, when you have less budget, small community building, this is how it plays. तुमको पता चल जाता है कितने forms भरे गए हैं, कितने QR codes आ चुकी है.
That's right. That's right. So Ritika, in terms of personalization, we talked about the sub, events happening. Any other way you are looking at more personalization things within the event, or how people can kind of connect with other people within the event? Like it's more like he takes out more from the event when he goes, basically.
Correct. Now, for example, if I'm designing a food event, I'm a foodie, I design a food event. What I would like as a person, okay, I have to keep myself in mind while deciding on other people's likes and choices also. अगर मुझे डोसा पसंद है, for example, और सामने वाले को पाव भाजी पसंद है, तो मुझे एक फन एक्टिविटी डिजाइन करनी पड़ेगी ताकि वो मेरे पाव डोसा काउंटर पे भी आए. ठीक है. And what was the other question, Nikhil?
Like in the personal, like एक तो you are looking at something other than sub events. Like within that, that they take out more from the event. Like there's no take home for them.
So then I tell them that if you pay me 100 rupees, you get a 50 rupees का एक डोसा मोर सादा डोसा फ्री. ठीक है. Now नंबर आ गए मेरे पास. I can create a WhatsApp community group. And every time I can tell them ki I am holding a fest here, flea market is happening here. Okay, that's one part of it. Email marketing is the second part of it, wherein I get them, anyhow I get their email IDs registered, and I have a whole bank of people or bank of email IDs to me, wherein I can shoot it on their email ID saying ki how Zomaland happens. Zomato keeps sending you all the mails, all the WhatsApp messages, all the Telegram messages. So in the same way, I tell them to follow me on my pages. I tell them to follow and connect with me, give me, collaborate with me on my handles, spread across, just give feedbacks and all of that.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think personalization more would be relevant to the platforms because they have all the data. So say a Book My Show or an Insider, they have data of the certain different events I've gone to. So उनके लिए easier है compared to a one-off
correct.
event.
So अगर मैं कैलाश खेर बुक कर रही हूँ, ठीक है, तो उनको पता चल गया कि मेरा कैटेगरी कैलाश खेर वाला है, ठीक है, तो वो मुझे फिर पैपॉन लाइव, सोनू निगम लाइव, anything that will happen in that particular genre, they will keep sending me notification कि
poetry event है तो वो kind of thing.
Correct.
Event like mixer event of singles है तो वो kind of events है. If you've shown more interest, I even see remarketing ads.
Correct.
So
that way.
That's right. So yeah, it would be more relevant for them. Obviously, once you get data when you are a company who's doing frequent events, certain CMS system has to be in place.
Absolutely.
Ritika, in terms of once you have completed a particular event, you have pulled it off. What is the strategy in generating some more firstly the feedback from them and secondly what you can like offer to them for the other events, like there's something once you've got it, they've attended, some other kind of marketing that you do to them.
I give them discount coupons. I give them that if you attend my BMS event once again, then I'm going to give you a Book My Show voucher or a ticket free to a movie. Okay. What I understand is, Nikhil, that if you give something to people, na, be it anything, be it a gift, a voucher code, or a coupon, or anything, na, they will accept it, okay, and they will come back to you, okay. And that's something doesn't mean free ka de diya, because our free will not hold importance.
Yeah.
People have become very smart, wherein if you give them any free product, they will not take it. Because lockdown has made people so sharp that they would literally want to understand what brand is it animal friendly, will it not cause problem to my life or my skin or my any of those aspects. So then if you are remarketing, remarketing you'll have to do it very sharply, because online world has made people so cunning and smart that everything, even a small business is on Instagram right now. अगर वो 200 रुपए का भी बिजनेस कर रहा है ना, वो फिर भी इंस्टाग्राम पे डाल करेगा कि बॉस दिस इज माय बिजनेस, दिस इज माय ऑब्जेक्टिव, दिस इज व्हाट आई डू. कोई बाहर नीचे रामू काका की भी दुकान होगी ना, वो रामू काका भी आज गूगल मैप्स पे रजिस्टर्ड होंगे.
हाँ, वो तो लाइक
मतलब या
मैप उनके फोटोज प्रॉपर्ली होने चाहिए.
करेक्ट. सो टेक्नोलॉजी हैज मेड पीपल वेरी स्मार्ट. तो मैं रीमार्केटिंग एंड कॉलिंग दोज पीपल बैक टू माय इवेंट, I have to be smart in terms of giving them anything that I plan to. So then for a foodie I'll have to take care कि अगर मैंने फूड इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइज किया है तो अगर मैं उनको कोई कैफे में भेजूँ तो उसका एम्बियंस कैसा है, किनको एम्बियंस पसंद है. अगर मैं उसको भेज रही हूँ कोई भी लाइव म्यूजिक में, तो डज ही वांट ओनली सूफी और ही वांट्स अ नॉर्मल सूदिंग वॉइस टू जस्ट बी अराउंड हिम. Okay, if I'm giving a spa voucher to someone, so I'll have to see कि that person has to have an ambience to it, or is it the only spa that they want. So remarketing is important, and second thing is understanding your customer is important. Their likes and their dislikes, it is very very important. Otherwise, your event is a failure.
That's right. I've obviously noticed that you, once you complete the event, you look at, for the next event. Certain
Correct.
discount, that is I think a general thing also. You look at some indirect kind of promotion they do for you where they talk about the event and you offer something in return, like of the product or the service. So if you're giving a review, like it's a very common thing.
So Zomaland हुआ था तब Zomato ने बोला था कि I'm just guessing, Zomato must have said कि you take a Zomato, for example Zomato membership comes to 1500 or 500 per year or per month. So Zomato says कि if you scan your ticket here, then you get a membership free, which is a big thing. Right? Which is a very big thing. So that's how remarketing happens. So then people will remember people will look back upon you कि okay तब मुझे ये दिया था तो शायद मैं वापस जाऊंगा तो मुझे इससे डबल मिलेगा. That way.
That's right. Yeah, there has to be a certain strategy that you have in place regarding the two very important aspects. One is there is more social media noise created.
Correct.
Once the event is over. There's
Correct.
some incentive offered for that.
Correct.
And then for the next
Engagement
event,
also has to
you
happen.
look at what other can be offered as
Correct.
per maybe what that person has done. If it's very small scale, you have a personal connect. Maybe this person will look at these kind of events. So then सामने से feedback देते हैं. Like when I have attended, let's say trekking, I suggest to them which other places they can
Correct.
take us,
And I think,
can bring in people. From
yeah. So Instagram has this thing that if you follow an account, there's a plus icon there, which will show all the similar accounts of a community. So that has again helped people to follow and unfollow many pages and social media handles. That way. Suggestions have become a very, so पहले क्या होता था ना, मम्मी लोग के जमाने में वर्बली सजेशन होता था कि तू ये किट्टी ज्वाइन कर लेना क्योंकि ये किट्टी अच्छी है, राइट. तो वो किट्टी करना क्योंकि वो किट्टी अच्छी है. तो वो लोगों के गांव में जाके पूछते, अच्छा यहाँ पे ये किट्टी और यहाँ पे लोग ऐसे मिलते, पंचायत यहाँ पे ऐसे बैठ रही है. बट अब क्या हो गया, वही चीज डिजिटाइजेशन हो गई है. वही कम्युनिटी, यू जस्ट क्लिक अप +1 button there, you get all your group spaces or interest under one roof. That way.
And we have observed this that many like homemakers, they are actually very influential within their mini groups and all.
Yeah.
Somewhere there is an angle of how they can आपका
Yeah,
cloud up
absolutely.
बढ़ाओ among them because they have
Absolutely.
within that
So,
building colony or something.
Abhi, while coming for a podcast here, I was looking at the Facebook video wherein you won't believe it was somewhere in Gujarat or some other place. That lady was doing nothing. She was just designing a cloth. She was cutting it. After cutting it, she was adding beads and all to it, clicking a picture, posting it onto her community page, and the views were in millions. Literally, that video had 1.3 million views. Just a lady cutting that piece, pasting beads, spreading across that same photo and telling people ki, hey, this video is available on YouTube, hey, this is the link to my WhatsApp channel, just click and follow. And only so you can understand.
Matlab they have a very good level talent and now it's kind of easier to.
It's just one click can make you grow like crazy.
That's right. Ritika, now when you organize events, many people are organizing them at small scale where they'll have 20, 30 people all coming in for it. So, how do you develop, or maybe you're looking at a long-term relation with some people where you see there is a scope of having multiple, events with them or multiple like participation from them. Basically.
तो बहुत बेसिक सी चीज़ है कि जब एक स्कूल में एक पीटीए मीटिंग होता है तो वो भी कम्युनिटी होती है जहाँ तुम सब पेरेंट्स को बुलाते हो क्योंकि पेरेंट्स तो जानते नहीं है एक दूसरे को. तो जब फर्स्ट पीटीए मीटिंग होता है तब लोग जानते हैं कि अच्छा ये इसका पेरेंट है, ये काम करता है, ये वो काम करता है, राइट. तो वैसे ही अगर आप 20-30 लोग को एक साथ ला रहे हो और उनको आपको कनेक्टेड रखना है खुद से, आपसे, राइट, आपके बिजनेस से, ठीक है, तो उनसे बातचीत करना और उनसे महीने में एक बार मुलाकात करना बहुत जरूरी है. तो अगर मैं कोई मेरा मेकअप लिपस्टिक का इवेंट कर रही हूँ और मैं ये लिपस्टिक की इवेंट को नागपुर के कोई शहर में या कोई किसी रीजन में कर रही हूँ, वहां मैंने सिर्फ 30 लोगों को इकट्ठा किया है. अब ये इवेंट इतना एक्साइटिंग है कि जितनी भी लेडीज है वो सब आ जाती हैं, राइट. तो they will obviously ask me, कि when is the next event, because your event was very nice, we learned so many things. So having a conversation, keeping up the communication, meeting those people, because it's a small group meeting is a very easy thing, right? I understand if it's 150-200 people, communication has to flow through emails, WhatsApp messages. But if it's
it cannot have a very
one-on-one relation,
personal नहीं हो सकता.
Correct. So that is why technology has told us कि boss, if the group is big, get them onto a ground like MMRDA, Geo Drive, ठीक है. But if the group is small, come let's organize a small community in a cafe or in a hotel or into a PVR theater wherein I can book a whole theater and organize a party there. So hence these small numbers matter.
That's right. Yeah, I think there is quite a long-term connect like this, that to get a new customer it costs 10 times than to retain. So that's the same kind of strategy within that. Ritika, anything innovative you've done within like marketing the event? You want to talk about that? This was something different and it got more, some results or something favorable for your
not really, because we are mostly into the online phase. Okay, so on ground we don't really work on ground. Online mein what we do is ki we tell people to click on the button, the spin the wheel thing that happens. Otherwise, what we do is we play games. Okay, we make an application, a small application wherein, so for example, पुणे में कोई engagement करना है हमें, ठीक है, तो मैं एक एप्लीकेशन बनाऊंगी. एक बहुत सिंपल सी चीज होती है ये, ठीक है. तुम इंडिया का मैप ले रहे हो, तुम लोगों को बोल रहे हो कि एक पुणे का उसमें डेस्टिनेशन डाल दिया, तुम क्लिक कर रहे हो उसको, तो दैट will take them to their own favorite place only. For me it's लोनावला for example. तो मैं क्लिक कर रही हूँ और मैं लोनावला लिख रही हूँ, तो मुझे लोनावला में लेके जाएगा और वहां पे जितनी भी चीजें ना जो मेरे इवेंट के साथ साथ सराउंडिंग में है, ठीक है, पब्स, क्लब्स, मॉल्स, गेम्स, कैफेज, पेट कैफेज, ओके, वो सब मुझे स्पॉट कर देगा. तो मैं वो भी बताऊंगी उनको कि मेरा इवेंट फॉर एग्जांपल 8 बजे खत्म हो रहा है लोनावला में, ठीक है, तो ये प्लेस 8 बजे के बाद कितने देर तक खुली रहेगी, और 8 बजे के बाद मैं ये ट्राई करूंगी कि ये प्लेस के साथ मैं भी मेरा कुछ इंटीग्रेट करूं, ताकि when people go back to these places they know, क्योंकि रितिका advertisement had already gave us an amazing experience, but now she's back collaborating with these cafes and these restaurants and giving us more. So what is happening is two-way experience. I am also giving them experience, plus the restaurant or the cafe in that particular region is also giving them experience. So the hammering of my brain, the hammering of me, my brand is happening again. So if for example I had costed them 200 rupees for that event, they are interested in that cafe which has live music and barbecue food which is costing them 400, and if I tell them ki plus 100 will also give you a voucher to my next event which is of 10% or 15% discount. So if my event has gone to another level, okay, बहुत मजा आया है, लोगों को बहुत enjoy किया है, तो लोग opt करेंगे ना मेरे 10 to 15% को भी, तो उससे क्या होगा, उनके पास वो टिकट भी आ जाएगी, वो लोग मुझे याद भी रखेंगे, प्लस दे विल कीप फॉलोइंग अप कि व्हेन विल द नेक्स्ट इवेंट बी. तो ऑल माय बकेट्स आर गेटिंग कवर्ड.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of
remarketing is happening, and this is not happening once, twice. It is happening thrice, 4 times, 5 times, six times, because you are giving all the experiences under one bucket.
That's right. An interesting thing is about the Gen Z. If you could share your views also in the bigger cities, let's say the
Delhi and the metropolitan
metro cities. What is there, let's say, gets their attention in certain events? Obviously, what with digitalization, internet, you can target communities,
Correct.
very specific
Correct.
niches and all, but what are they in general looking at for
Gen
in these
Zs-
small level events, basically?
Gen Zs look for offers. Okay, Gen Zs look for a place where they can dance their hearts out, because Gen Zs are people. I am also Gen Z, by the way, but Gen Zs are people. We are the people who need rapid growth, who need fast growth. Okay, who wants to network, and we can party with any kind of people, because we are born in 2000 or above, or 2001, 2, 3. Okay, so we easily get adjusted with people. Okay.
So are you saying it's like hyper social?
Yeah.
This kind of thing
So
with the bigger
see,
cities.
hyper social has both negative and positive aspects, both, right?
Yeah.
Negative being you sometimes overshare your stuffs with people.
Yeah.
When you meet them, you overtrust people. Okay,
Yeah.
you think मैं ही राजा हूँ, मेरे से ऊपर कोई नहीं है.
Yeah.
Because you
वो
meet
young age में लगता है।
people, हाँ, you meet people, लोग तुमको चने के झाड़ पर चढ़ा देते हो और तुम चढ़ जाते हो, right? But I think Gen Zs, they are very fragile with respect to their entertainment.
Fear of missing out or something.
Yeah, FOMO is a very big thing. Again, for me, I have to learn all these things. Obviously, otherwise, even I was a person, Nikhil, wherein if I missed an event or if I missed a party, I used to feel like, यार मैंने miss कर दी, अब क्या होगा? मैं तो कभी मिलने नहीं
That is the,
पाऊंगी.
I think, difference where we've seen, how a strategy. I think it is something. Let's say there is the Western influence. Now the Western country like America and all the youngsters in that age group.
So
they are now mimicking like what they were, and now these big cities, these kids, they want to be the same, because it's you see everything online. Half of your media is from America only, American influencers. So that is so much. So that is leading to this. Firstly, the hyper social thing. Yeah.
So 1990s में 80s में people never had something called as, if you are single, come join this cafe and meet your favorite partner.
Yeah.
Bumble
Yeah,
Tinder
India
or,
there was nothing. I think even say up to 10 years back there was nothing.
Correct. So that's what I'm saying now. So when these things
it's like there was too much like a taboo topic, plus there's very,
and now
people couldn't open up, like they would think, "Arey, kya ho gaya?"
but now तो Gen Zs have become, and millennials have become so this way कि they're open to have any random conversation. They're open to meet, greet, mingle, chat, get entertained, and just travel the world. And I think lockdown has made people realize कि you should be you know, small communities, big communities, events, everything has made us understand ki boss, this is the time to live. Okay.
That's right.
And community is the one that helps people come together and live their life, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
But you, for like saying the Gen Z girls, what is the difference say you see when you're looking at this socializing events compared to the earlier generation? What is the, like, you obviously will have siblings or people in your family above that age group.
So these, for them, house parties are a thing for me, but not for them. क्योंकि वो लोग ना वो चौराहे पे बैठना, लोगों से बात करना, नीचे घूमना, ठीक है, वो लोग करते थे, बट हमारे लिए भी
But is it just that कि they suppose you are married by that another girl, वो difference है, or is it like an age group kind of thing?
No, it's an age group.
Age group.
Totally an age group. So my mom being 35-year-old, okay, my mom being 40-year-old, my sister being 35-year-old, I being 23-year-old, okay. So if I tell them, okay, let's go for a live concert, my sister will still be up, my mom won't be up for it. मेरा सर दुखता है, you know, मेरा ये होता है, I cannot listen to so much of music. My sister will come at the music, she'll come at the concert, she'll come and listen to it, but then she will leave that concert in 30-40 minutes saying ki, okay, I'm getting restless, I'm leaving. And she'll rather go to a very, very quiet place where she can be in herself. Whereas I, being a Gen Z, I would still hop, dance, drink, just be in my own zone and, you know, relax and chill with other people whom I don't even know.
That's right.
So this is the
I think वही कि as a marketer you know जो 20 to 25 है bigger cities में, this is the biggest market for general entertainment events.
Yeah.
So targeting, you know, has to be according to
absolutely, yes.
That's right. Ritika, in terms of the subcultures that are there, like if you take examples like in dance, there will be a type of dance like hip hop dance.
Yeah, salsa and all that. Yeah.
You have that. So when you're looking at these communities, I have observed obviously people are that these come out more like in terms of networking. You want to know people within a niche to target. So do you think any
Culfit is a very great example for this.
That's right.
Culfit has started telling people that you can do Zumba, you can take care of your fitness, you can learn CrossFit, you know, you can learn anything under one roof. And Culfit has joined hands. So Culfit can under na communities hai alag alag. Okay, Culfit has on board Ritik Roshan and X number of celebrities as a brand ambassador. Okay, so that's a part of exercise.
Yeah, different. There it is different kind of fitness because वो भी एक umbrella नहीं है.
Correct.
Some
now
CrossFit है.
Correct. Zumba है, weightlifting है, boxing है. ठीक है, तो that's a part of Culfit. Now another example can be you know, let's talk about you know, anything. Food we have talked about, right?
Music you can
music
different kind of music connoisseurs.
Okay, so music के लिए if I like too much of hip hop, if I like too much of bhangra and all of that, I'll go for Honey Singh, Badshah and all of that. Okay, and if I like soothing, soft music, I'll go for Shan, Pratik Kuhad, which is a very buzzing singer right now. Anup Jain, okay, When Chai Meet Toast, all of these. So you know what, these people na, they started at a very small scale. Pratik Kuhad, Anup Jain. Okay, but now they are literally in millions. People, they're charging 25 lakhs for per concert, per event. Okay, so starting from 5 lakh to coming up to 25 lakhs.
Awesome. So Ritika, live streaming भी काफी अभी platforms और
Facebook Live, Instagram Live,
ये आ रहे हैं. तो I feel like online आपका एक level of clout होता है, तो offline pull off करना फिर easier because offline में day one से then there is a money involved. I'm having an event, I'm booking a place. Correct. Doing the marketing.
You have to pay the 50% advance.
That's
or they tell you कि we will take X. For example, अगर मेरी 2000 tickets sold हुई है.
There's a commitment involved. So that is there.
Correct.
Now, what do you feel on live streaming events? How you can optimize that as a influencer or a business person
on the online platform?
Online. Yeah.
Okay. So if so just like I did a live yesterday with my company, okay. Now if I have 370k followers on my company profile, for example, and I go live from the concert. I have a broadcast channel coming up on Instagram, which is already up. Okay, I will make people follow my broadcast channel, wherein I send that message to all my followers. Okay, followers who are already following me, plus followers who are liking my page, because Instagram gives you a data wherein Instagram tells you कि इन्होंने आपको follow किया था एक time पे, but because the content went down, हाँ right, तो अभी एक नया शुरू हुआ broadcast on Instagram. Okay, I don't know if you've come across this. So this broadcast is helping people wherein they tell कि Ritika Jajodia is going live with Nikhil Kumar. Okay, now
so basically for the viewers, we are saying basically when this you have a community within your channel, so who's following a community.
Now in that community, Instagram, तो वो community में ना कि just like vlogs, wherein you tell people कि तुमने सुबह से क्या किया, shopping गए, ये वो कपड़े पहने, ये वो, वैसे ही broadcast में you can put everything. You can put pictures, you can tell them that you're live, you can tell them you are at this place right now having this kulfi at this particular time. ठीक है, तो it gives you it's an open, it's an open ground to play, literally, to give your life, because I think लोगों को ना दूसरों की लाइफ में ज्यादा मजा आता है जानने में कि वो क्या करे, ताकि उनको पता चले कि अच्छा मैं भी अडेप्ट कर सकता हूँ, I can also grow. So broadcast on Instagram have made
it Big Boss and all it
reality
you want to see that's a voyeurism.
That's why reality shows are buzzing, you see.
That is it. Live streaming for event per se, there are certain strategies ना कि आप live जाओ like a week पहले or something, उसमें से interest.
That is called pre-buzz on the day of event and post-buzz. Okay, so pre-buzz में so going live means I create phases होती है, registration phase, nomination phase, on the day of event phase, post event phase, and then remarketing phase. Okay, तो ये जो phases होती है ना, मैं प्री बस करती हूँ मेरे इवेंट का, जहाँ मैं लाइव जाती हूँ फेसबुक, इंस्टाग्राम, यूट्यूब पे, और मैं लोगों को बोलती हूँ कि अगर आप ये CTA साइन अप कर रहे हो अभी के टाइम पे, तो आपको इवेंट में 5 या 10 पॉपकॉर्न्स फ्री मिलेंगे. तो मेरे पास तो डेटा ऑलरेडी है ना, कितने लोगों ने किया है, और मैं एक डेट वहां पे कॉन्टेस्ट कैसे रन करते हैं अपन इंस्टाग्राम पे मूवी के पहले, you are creating a pre-buzz, right? Likewise, it is same for events. You create a pre-buzz, and for example, 100 people have opted for that pre-buzz. I have the data of that 100 people on the day of event. It's my duty to make them feel special. Why? Because they have been a part of my movement, right? They have opted for it. Now, after the event again, it's my duty to understand how should I take care of them so that they come to me again for my next event. So ये phases होती हैं, pre-buzz on the day of event and post-buzz. Now in that pre-buzz also the nomination, the registration phase, on the event day phase, again the remarketing, again gratifying them with something or the other. That way.
That's right. Event जो marketers है, I think when you say movie marketing also, it is virtually like event, because a movie is running like that for 10 days.
Correct.
That's the main. So I have observed this, that as a skill set, those people who are in event industry, कहीं ना कहीं वो मूवी या OTT और whatever उनके प्रमोशन के लिए भी,
तो आप देखते हो ना मूवी रिलीज होती है, उसके एक महीने पहले ही we see Alia Bhatt on the roads, you know, in the bus. For Brahmastra, Ranbir Kapoor and all had that. They
city
tour, correct. So that's all pre-buzz, exciting people for our event. So that same pictures can go on my social handles, and using that pictures I can play a contest, right? So this is how everything is linked together.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think Gadar 2 ka jo they had that whole, it was like a case study almost, like how they were able to create that much pre-buzz in terms of their design of the event, the cities, how they use even, I don't know, there were standees or एक था ना वो hand pump at the locations, malls.
So that's all on-ground activity, all pre-buzzing that takes place. Just to excite people, tell them to come and watch the movie, attend the concert, be a part of this contest, and win amazing tickets or amazing prizes.
I think within marketing, this is a kind of marketing where you are aggressive. It is because your revenue is coming. Event तो एक ही दिन या 2 दिन रहता है, and movie का भी more or less same हो गया, 1 week ही है.
Correct.
So how you kind of very intricately plan it, and it's like just shooting of the
keep
thing.
everyone under one roof.
Yeah.
So for that your time has to be short. तुम ये नहीं बोल सकते कि 1 महीने पहले तुम शुरू कर रहे हो, बट वो 1 महीने की चीजें इतनी ज्यादा टाइट होनी चाहिए कि you should not lose your audience. Okay, because if you lose even one audience, na, that one audience
because
will.
It has to the buzz.
Yeah.
Has to reach the peak when the event happens.
Correct. So that's why you see Zomaland, Lollapalooza, Comic Con. Okay, these people na, Comic Con is all about your Avengers and all your cartoon characters and all of that. So hence for the pre-buzzing they start 1 week pehle or 2 weeks pehle, or they target a place or an area where schools, colleges, malls, theaters, kidzanias, kid zones, all of these
major events जो है, I think वो तो 2 महीने पहले से ही
major
concert
absolutely होली का बस शुरू हो जाता है. हाँ, because okay, so understand Arijit Singh and all of these are already a big face. For them, even if you
those are crores में that
correct. So even if you start Nikhil 1 week pehle, the tickets will get sold out. Why? Because people know, people have that experience. Now,
but their targets are higher. That's why they have to do it over a long period.
Correct.
That buzz. So Ritika, like there's one thing, like a lot of young people, they come to a bigger city. They maybe have come from a
you say outstation students.
Yeah. उनके लिए एक होता है कि they don't have any friend or any connections here. For them to then build a network in a new big city, what would you suggest for them who is coming from a smaller city to a bigger city and he wants to make new friends or
I think if you are coming as a student, for you being a part of your college fest is very important. You being a part of your own building areas, because तुम्हारे building के आजू बाजू भी बहुत सारे cafes, restaurants है. You going there and understand
events.
Yeah. And like for students,
I think it's unlikely in today's anyone approach, and that also people are suspicious and nobody will.
So then, इसलिए I said no. For students, college festivals are the best place to network. Because college festivals now gives you a platform wherein college helps you to go to a corporate to get them as a sponsor on board, wherein you're making a corporate relation also. College tells you कि अगर ये student इसमें painting में अच्छा है तो जितने भी creative aspect है ये contest के, ये event के, वही बंदा ध्यान रखेगा. You have to just overlook, right? So for students, the same college festivals. For adults, co-working space, just like we are today right now. Co-working spaces have become very important for us to at least go once, or they
have events here, so
yeah, exactly,
be part of it, and then go to niche maybe.
Correct. And I think now for adults, if you swipe from your GPay, if you swipe from your Starbucks account, or if you swipe from your CrossFit account, there's a checkbox wherein they tell you events and community. In that events and community, they tell you कि already listed होती हैं कि आपको किसमें रहना है, Or else if you are staying in a place like Dadar, Kulaba, they have a cycling community wherein midnight cycling is taking place. So these little events wherein that ये अच्छी इवेंट्स है, तुम इनके ऑनलाइन रिव्यूज जाके पढ़ते हो, तुमको समझ में आता है कि अच्छा लोग पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं, यू सी द फीडबैक्स, यू अंडरस्टैंड रिव्यूज, देन आई थिंक इट्स अ विन-विन थिंग टू जस्ट गो हैव फन एंड नेटवर्क.
इंटरेस्ट बेस्ड होंगे ग्रुप्स, पोएट्री के होंगे, यू कैन हैव like people who are interested in filmmaking or small level content creators. Correct. Those kind of thing, and general entertainment के तो है ही, maybe at a scale if you are looking at meeting, like वो तो groups में जाके better होगा.
Yes.
But वो तो भी होता है, and like when you said the major events, they have sub events also.
Correct.
Look at utilizing them.
Correct.
Also another strategy which with the Instagram has opened up is how you become event organizer in your own area. How do you feel the young person who is interested in events maybe is looking at connecting with like-minded or create a community, but अपने locality में how do you kind of approach it कि मैं event रखूँ successful, even if 20-30 people come, it's of a good community.
Baby showers, marriages, okay,
But
celebrating
marriages तो वो उनके
marriages. I mean, someone's 25th anniversary wherein they want to have just for 20-30 people of their closed ones. Okay, now for example, if I want to start my own event company, I have a capacity of only 30-40 people with whom I can manage. Okay, what I'll do is I'll take up my own family function which is coming up. Okay, I will design everything. I will take care of all the food, all the design, all the backdrop and
to
everything.
float it in your own family.
Correct,
extended family.
correct.
कि I am
Do
into
it
this, I
within your
can do
family.
it.
Create a hype, showcasing people that no, it's not done. You know, you start from your roots. See, again, everything comes from the roots. You start small, you advertise big, and then you grow, you know, to a next level. So you have to start small. Start small means advertise within your own self, within your own background, within your own family, friends. You know, WhatsApp पे messages करो कि मैं ये शुरू कर रहा हूँ, ये फॉर्म भर दो, वो फॉर्म भर दो. खुद से शुरू करो पहले. जब तक आप खुद से शुरू नहीं करोगे और आप डायरेक्टली इंस्टाग्राम पे जा रहे हो, एक नया पेज बना रहे हो, लोगों को बोल रहे हो फॉलो करो, लोग नहीं करेंगे. You'll have to have some content behind that. You have to have some relation to your past work experiences for that. Otherwise, you cannot do it.
That's right. And also people discover with their content, there are certain category or a community of people you're reaching out to, which you might have not thought of, but
Correct.
they have, because maybe there are certain content piece, you're talking about something,
Correct.
it's bringing, so you can get ideas also from that. So
Correct.
I think stemming from your content only major.
Yeah, stemming from your content, building in your own community, and then outshining it to the other communities. Networking with people, okay. Not rushing for growth, not rushing for money, because event industry is such, no Nikhil, wherein you will have to keep your pockets tight, yes, but then you'll have to have patience there. ठीक
That's
है,
right.
because event industry is a place where 100 minds, if they're coming on ground, out of which 90% of my minds will tell me कि ये सही नहीं है. वो 10% ही बोलेगा कि ये सही है. वो 90% will have different opinions कि कलर अच्छा नहीं है, बराबर लगाया नहीं है, क्राउड अच्छा नहीं था, ये वो blah blah. So you'll have to have patience. You'll have to have that thing of accepting what people are saying and not letting your ego come out.
That's
Okay.
right. Practically, I feel the colonies around you.
Yeah.
You can look at, you know, the manage, because everyone has a WhatsApp group. I think, you know, thing.
Correct.
What are you offering? Maybe you are doing a webinar or interest-based
Correct.
certain
Correct.
Event. You can talk to them, and then the cafes, not the big chains, because then wo fir,
No, yeah,
chain, it's
so
some
correct. In
locally
your
owned.
region, in your circle, first advertise you. Make yourself as a brand. Stand out that you are a brand, and how would you want yourself to get advertised? How would I am
And
not
you don't have
saying.
to be big. What I mean to say is
Yeah.
that you have some focus, your content.
करेक्ट.
कुछ एक
तुम घर में एक
part
काला
है.
पर्दा लगा के भी कंटेंट शूट कर सकते हो.
That's
तुम घर में काला पर्दा लगा के भी तुम घर में से जूम वेबिनार पे या लाइव साइज पे अपना एक छोटा कम्युनिटी में इवेंट होल्ड कर सकते हो. और तुम उसको क्रिएटिवली, क्योंकि आजकल एआई इतना फास्ट हो गया है कि तुम एआई को बोलोगे ना कि मुझे मेरा ये नॉर्मल सा घर का फोटो है, टर्न इट इनटू अ वेरी अमेजिंग डिज्नीलैंड का बैकग्राउंड टू इट. एआई विल डू इट इन अ सेकंड्स फॉर यू. Okay, so with the help of AI and with the help of technology, advertising has become so easy that anyone sitting anywhere in the
creative
world,
banana has become comparatively
very easy. So now creativity, अगर तुमको चाहिए तो तुमको, you know, you'll have to start small somewhere or the other. That way.
That's right. Awesome. Then I think it's been a great session here. By Ritika has come down here. Thanks for taking
No
up
problem.
your time in. And before just we wrap up, what do you look at going forward within this industry? Definitely, when we talked about a lot about smaller events, how
Correct.
anyone as a freelancer can
Correct.
also
Correct.
organize events and all. But anything like you feel going forward in this industry? Anything you want to talk about? ये और होगा, ये चीजें will be adopted more.
देखो, होने वाली तो बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, but I would just say one thing is that start small, build within, and grow higher. That's it.
That's right. Awesome. So it's a great way to wrap
Thank
up.
you.
Thanks all for joining us for this particular stream, and you all can follow the MI podcast on all the particular podcast channels and also subscribe to us on YouTube. Many more interesting episodes coming up. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.
Thanks for your time. Take care.